All right, guys, welcome to another session with the Elevator One of Sports. My name is Emmanuel Sebastian. We've got a couple more talking points to dissect today, and this one is quite a sensitive one, and is regarding Arsenal. Thomas Partey. Now, he's been charged for multiple accounts of rape. Charged, that's the word. So I have to, make that clear. Now, this came out after he was released by Arsenal. There were talks of him extending his contract with Arsenal, but we hear terms weren't agreed, and he was released at the end of the day. And coincidentally, you might want to say, and the whole allegations came out that Thomas Partey has been charged for multiple accounts of rapes. Now, before this charge came out, we've been hearing a Premier League player, some talks where it was Thomas Partey, but it wasn't definite at the time. It was allegations at the time. Now we know it is Thomas Partey. Now the talk amongst football fans on social media was Arsenal shielded Partey despite the whole allegations of rape. Examples were given of other players who were in similar situations. They were suspended by their clubs. Give a Sigurdsson for Everton. There's this guy for Man City now, Robinson or thereabout. So many players who've been accused and they were suspended. So I will ask you, were Arsenal right to play Thomas Partey while all this were going on behind the scene? He was charged. That's the story we hear now.
Are we arguing this on existing fact or presumptuous fact? Like I always say, you guys are that.
Or maybe the type of case.
I worked in a law firm for some time, Pomosa and Co. Arsenal shielded Thomas Partey. Where's the evidence to back that? Because the outcry, the outburst, the biggest tweet on this matter was from a Tottenham handle or a Tottenham fan handle. What do you expect from Tottenham fan tweeting about Arsenal? When the Mason Greenwood situation happened, that's one player I was that's the same woman that is married to, that's giving birth to him. What was considered a rape? Manchester United came out officially that they investigated him and they did not find him wanting. They let him go. The whole world let loose on Man United as a bad club. We did a video, me and you, we did a video on that matter as well. Yeah. A bad club. The Man City own most of these players that you saw that got suspended here and there. Eventually, none of them were found guilty. So you suspend a player on just mere allegation. What does the position of the law says? Innocent until proven guilty. So they just say a Premier League player is being investigated. You suspend your player. Like, who does that? At what section of the rule, the law, says you should do that? How have they come out to say? I know that every contract you sign, there are clauses that say if you get involved in, for instance, a footballer's contract says you should not use a motorbike, you should not use a roller skater blade and all that. If you're found using it, your contract can be terminated unless maybe they are lenient with you. So also rape and arson, act of terrorism and all that are clauses if you are involved. Not that they are investigating a Premier League player and then people are not throwing innuendos and supposition and comments that a Thomas Partey. Between me and you, let's play it this way. We are Africans, we are Nigerians, we are black people. When that comment was coming out in 2021, 2022, 2023, 24, and Arsenal suspend Partey, would me and you not sit here now, be analyzing and say Arsenal, Mikel Arteta is a racist coach, a racist club, why pick on the black player, the investigation have not named anybody, there is no player officially named, and you're already suspending the black player? What give you the belief that a black player is the prototype, is the poster boy of a rapist? Would me and you not sit here to discuss it? When a club does something that is right, let's say it is right. You can't also sit here and convince me that Arsenal is so almighty, so powerful that they control the law, the judicial system of England, the legal system of England, so much so that an investigation is going on. Arsenal, now went to pay them and say, you know what, wait, let this guy finish his 5 years contract.
Because some people have that thought, but because he's playing for Arsenal, that's why he wasn't mentioned. Now that his contract is up, they went out and say Thomas Partey.
They've mentioned players,
stuff like that.
But they've mentioned players playing for Man United, bigger than Arsenal. They've mentioned players in time past playing for Liverpool, bigger than Arsenal. They mentioned player play for Man City currently, bigger than Arsenal. Arsenal used to be bigger than them. They've mentioned Chelsea players, bigger than Arsenal, right? What makes you think that the law, there's just a section of the law that specially protect Arsenal and their players? See, we can argue some things. I just think that this is, when I see it online, I see some things and I want to comment. I was like, this is baseless. Law deals with fact, not people's emotion, not people's supposition. Coincidence happen. It could be a coincidence. There is nothing. I go hard when I have a fact to hang on. When I have something to hang on, bearing in mind that if a superior position comes in, I will yield. I don't have any fact to hang on. As we speak, do you know that Thomas Partey is free? It's not under arrest. It's not in jail. It's not anywhere. Do you know how many players that have left Barcelona and immediately after they left, rape charges come up? Dani Alves, Neymar. If it is not rape, it is tax. Even the almighty Lionel Messi, Rakitic at some point. If it is not rape, it is tax evasion and the rest. Are you saying that when they were playing for those clubs, the club also shielded them and wait for them to leave before the matter come out? If that's what happens in football, then it's something that everybody does. Why is Arsenal's own different? The same people who complain now that Arsenal is shielding would also tell you that, oh, if Arsenal had suspended Partey, that is racism because he's black. If Arsenal also has suspended him and they don't discuss that one, they will say, why is Arsenal owning up when they've not been mentioned? Why are they offering their player as a lamb for sacrifice when no name have been mentioned? So anytime they say a Premier League player have raped or is being investigated, Arsenal would yield the player, meaning that the entire Arsenal squad is filled with rapists. I don't see anything about it.
People just find somewhere to put blame on. So someone went as far as saying Arteta continued to pick him up despite knowing that these allegations were hanging on his head. One.
What do you want from a sports fan to say? You know, when a sports fan says something about Arsenal, it's like an Arsenal fan also says something about sports. Sports people will take it with a pinch of salt. So it's the same way. A sports fan will look for everything to rub mud on Arsenal and make us. Only a sports fan will tell you that finishing 17th is better than finishing second for as long as you win UEFA Europa Cup because you are a sports fan. If a sports finish second and Arsenal finish 17th and win the Europa, sports fans will tell you that it's a disgrace that a club that claims to be a big club in North London is even ending a few points of relegation. Come on. This is not even a conversation. Why are we discussing it? Have Thomas Partey been arrested? Has he been invited to the station? Who are his accusers? Has he been given a date to face his accusers? We don't know all that. And then again, if a player commits rape, is there a statutory law that says, like, once they start investigating, you should suspend your player? You know how many players you will suspend? You suspend the whole league now. Come on. There is the club itself. There is the league. Did the league suspend him? Did the league say, no, the investigation that they're having, we're already hearing that is your player, he must be suspended? Did the league do that? Don't the league have the power to suspend such a player too? If the club is doing wrong, the league also decide to do wrong. UEFA also decide to do wrong. Come on, let's face some facts here. Thomas Partey, I wanted him gone, but it's not now in a place where we will not destroy him because he's left us now. No, I don't see anything. A man, the law. This is a universal law. It's not one country law. It's not one state law. It's not one county law, one borough law, one hemisphere. No. The universal law, position of the law in any kind of case, criminal cases, civil cases, is everybody is one equal before the law. Secondly, everybody is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Let the law take its course. When the time comes where Thomas Partey is allegedly or whatever is proven by the law to be guilty, we will sit on this table and discuss him. I'm not even his fan in the first place. But
even if eventually, he's been, I mean, this is us just analyzing now. We're not saying he's guilty of the offense, but will you still pin it back to Arsenal?
Would I say
pin it back to Arsenal if eventually he's found guilty of?
Look at Benjamin Mendy. Was sent to jail. Everybody called him rapist. He was even sentenced to jail, right? Eventually found out that he didn't rape nobody. Became free. He's suing Man City now for damages.
Yeah.
Where do we stand on this? Where do we really? What is the position of? Let's leave the law now. The moral courts. Where do we stand on it? To just put yourself open to court cases or to create problem for a player and destroy a player's career when you've not had all the facts. Come on. I will stand on the side of the law. I'm not on the position of sentiment. Any right group can get up and do anything. People can even hit my channel for that.
People will go on and say, I see people when they say the same opinion, some comments are just overboard and say you are an enabler, you are this.
No,
you are
so I like to say this. I like to say this about my community. The community that we have on this YouTube channel. We don't appreciate them well enough. There are people that have come on this channel and insulted me, called me names for my position on things. Hold on. It's only a fool who will see out of 10 comments, see 8 people tell you well done, nice job you're doing, and then you now group everybody on the back of 2 people who insult you, that you don't know what you're saying, you are a enabler, you are stupid. Just because of those 2, you now want to say all this nice comment from these 8 people. Doesn't matter. This is a channel that, if we talk about YouTube channel that are buzzing, this is like one of the smallest, 18,000 plus. Their United Stand is over 2 million. AFTV is 1 point something million. Fans Tribe is they are over there. The Bet Nigeria channel is almost 1 million. There are channels that don't talk sports that are nobody should even be giving us consideration. But you see these people, there are people who, because of this channel, send us money, give us super thanks. When we're doing live streaming, people give us money on a regular basis. They must like something that we're doing on a consistent basis. This channel have membership more than some other bigger channel, and all of a sudden I'm going to hang on the comment of 1, 2, 3 disgruntled person. Would you not be afraid if we have 1,000 comments and all of them are positive? Wouldn't you be afraid? Wouldn't you think that this is not normal? There are see, before I came to YouTube, I worked in Brilla. Brilla taught me things that nothing would ever have prepared me for. I would do a show on Monday and analyze Chelsea for doing a good job over the weekend, and Chelsea fan will call me the greatest football analyst that ever lived. And on Tuesday, Chelsea will lose in the Champions League, and on Wednesday morning I will come and analyze Chelsea and criticize them for how they lost. These same people who call me the greatest analyst to ever live will call in on the radio and call me the worst human being and the worst football analyst that ever lived. Now, what side do I need to dance to? If you put yourself for public jury, you must accept first that some days the music would go with your dance step, some other days it wouldn't go. Right? Let me give you a typical example. The Osimhen video. Everything I said in that video is truth. Everything I said, other people, Sky Sports, every other big media house is not saying it. I hear people sending me message and say it's like these people watch you and they are saying what you said verbatim in their own words. But it's exactly what you said. But guess what? People insulted me. People said all sorts. I'm a blackmailer. Maybe I don't go beg Osimhen money. Sky Sports begging money. The BBC begging money. This other big podcast. So the thing is, sometimes people are in their feelings. People are in their emotions. Like Mikel is in his emotion with Nogard. If people are in their emotions and they will say things, we also know that the human race, they will insult you publicly and apologize to you privately. It's a normal thing. If you're an African child, you grow up that. Your parents never apologize to you, but you know what they do to show you that they're apologizing to you already. So, I'm grateful for the fans that I have. Do I want more? Yes. If people will react, let them react. They are entitled to their reactions. I mean, people send me, I had 17 people send me death threat because of Osimhen. Right? Somebody said I should not come to the stadium for that match that we produced.
The Trustekong
game. That if they see me in the stadium, 1 bullet is waiting for me. I didn't only come to the stadium. I produced the game. I'm still sitting here. Are you going to negotiate on the bottom of fears of a few miscreants? No. Come on, we're going to do our work and do it to the very best of our knowledge. I'm not enabling anybody. I have a daughter. I have sisters, plenty. Now 57 children. My papa born. My mama born 12. 4 died. We still remain 8. I get sisters. Plenty. I get nieces, plenty. But law na law. Analysis is not a product of emotion and sentiment. It's a product of fact. If the fact on ground says now 2021 they start to investigate somebody and they wait till 2025, if there is anybody to be angry with, is the justice system in England. You started this thing since waiting you define on what basis. Rape case now waiting that they go find evidence. The longer it take, the more likely you will not even have evidence again. So if you have accusation in 2021, you wait to 2025, the indictment is on you, is on your legal system. If that same thing happened in Nigeria, nobody will blame the club, they will blame Nigeria. They say this is Nigerian justice system, no ever let Nigeria happen to you. It don't happen for England now the club you won't blame. If God forbid they tell you say one Remo star player raped somebody in 2021, now that they talk, you know what people go talk. Now Nigeria that's not Nigeria. In the abroad within 6 months they go don't do tests, everything. Oh, you bought too much, they get sent. Will be that happen for you now. We want to blame Mikel Arteta. Come on.
Well, the statement was that the Crown Prosecution Service has authorized the Metropolitan Police to charge a man after a file of evidence was submitted by detectives, and this was offense that happened in 2021 and 2022.
So who's been holding the files?
So we don't know. So we hear now that he's been charged.
And then they say a man. They know the name him. In one of the reports, they say it's a French international. Didn't you see? Because I've read through all the reports.
But most report now come out say it's Thomas Partey.
Could it be Thomas Partey, a French international that we don't know? Because we have identical name. If you go on Google now, type Idafe Matthew Esogene, you will see like 50.
Well, we wait to see
what might be rapist somewhere now. You can't send at me.
Let's wait to see what the official decision will be. Just to put things in perspective, he's been charged, so he's not guilty yet. He's not innocent yet, so he's been charged.
It's
so
innocent.
To you,
it's innocent.
So, right as it stands.
It's innocent.
So we wait to see how that one pan out. But
you just want to say wish.
But your stance remains that Arsenal.
Ghana people, know na enemy.
Arsenal didn't do anything wrong to play all this while.
Nobody did anything wrong, but the investigators.
All right.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.